Okay, so to whom it may concern, I was told to record this several videos and take pictures of my Lure II kayak because of a whole slew of issues that I've been having. The kayak is less than a year old. I bought it in October of 2018. It's currently June of 2019, so it's about 9 months old. And I've had one problem after the other actually with this. And so real quick, there is the ID number for the kayak, XJV39223C818. Of course, I added the pedal drive system. I didn't have this at first when I first got the kayak, so I added the rudder control arm and the pedal drive system, and also 2 seat adjustment kits here and here. And I think it's worth mentioning that I really wish Feelfree had said that you actually need 2 seat adjustment kits, because when the pedal drive comes up and is disengaged, it will hit the back of the seat when it's in its normal position. So the front also needs a seat adjustment kit, not just the rear. And I don't think that was actually mentioned anywhere, and if it was, I'm sorry for that. But so first things first, that was my first concern about this was, and this happened every single time that I took this out on the lake. I've been out with it 6 times. Every single time that I've come home and cleaned up my kayak, I have water inside the hull. And I noticed this the first time, and I thought maybe when I rinsed off my kayak after I took it out that it was due to put my phone in there. I don't know if there's enough light, but there's a substantial amount of water in there. And this was a problem even before I installed anything, because I thought, okay, you know, maybe it could be. So there's probably, and it's always consistent, about 1 inch or 2 inches, there we go, of water. And if I tilt it forward, more water rushes into the front of the kayak. So that's not good. And I thought the first time I took it out that it was because I rinsed it off and maybe some of the water got down in through here, that it wasn't sealed right. So I dried it out completely. I took it out the second time, and I did notice that it had water again, same situation. And actually this time, the amount of water that actually has come forward is pretty substantial, almost the most I've ever seen. I don't know if you guys can see that again in there. It's kind of hard to see it, but it kind of pools up in the front, and so I tried to tilt it forward as much as I could. And yeah, so I think that's worth noting. So there's that issue. The next biggest issue would be with the pedal drive system itself being an issue. First things first is the instructions were very, very hard to understand. I feel like Feelfree ought to rewrite the instructions on how to do this. I had to go to several YouTube videos to kind of complete what should have been in the instructions, or to make heads or tails of what the instructions actually said. But the first problem that I ran into was how this hooks to the actual kayak. It has the L bracket or Z bracket that comes up here, and it screws the assembly down to the actual kayak. And you can see I have a block that I ended up having to 3D print just to hold the whole assembly together. And so when I first installed this, I noticed right away with it without the block. I'll just take it out of there.